Hello, audience. It's me, your undead neighborhood host, Jacob. And these are two of my previous guests from the scary, queer, fantastic series, HalloQUEEN, that has taken up your ears, your brains, and your eyes for the entirety of the month of October. Introduce yourselves, guests.
I'm Zane, and I did ask for your souls as well, but Jacob said no.
Firm no.
I'm Cindy Hyde-Smith.
So, welcome to HalloQUEEN Southern Scary Sweet Tea. So, if you remember the last time we had a Southern Sweet Tea, it was just me and Zane. But this time, we have a third. We're not afraid to invite a third every now and then. So, unlike last time, we will have a little bit more structure. I do have questions written down. However, this time I did not let my guests know ahead of time. So, you'll get to see candid responses.
Genuine reactions.
Genuine fear and terror. So yeah, let's get right to it. We also have charcuterie and wine. So if any of you out there would like some, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll send you some.
Your screen.
There you go.
Poltergeist style.
If you send me a picture of you with the sticker that says "I voted," I will send you.
One piece of cheese.
One piece of cheese.
A cracker and a piece of
And salami. Yes.
It's probably gonna be broken now.
So yes, ladies, welcome to Southern Sweet Tea number 2, the spooky edition. I'm so glad to have y'all here. I love you both so much. I had so much fun interviewing both of you, as always. So really quick, for the audience, let's go ahead and explain our costumes. I will go first. So you can't really tell with the camera, but there are American flags and like fireworks all over this shirt. And I look like a zombie, and I am the undead corpse of the American dream. Because, right now, in 2020, people like to keep bringing up the American dream like it's, not dead already. So they're just bringing up this corpse, and here I am in Walmart makeup again. Trying to be deep. So, yeah, there you go. Zane, it's your turn. You're a little more understated than I am.
Yeah, I came as too lazy to think of a costume. And that's just it.
Sagittarius for you. But hey, they're busy. They're super busy, so they get a pass. However, Miss Cindy Hyde-Smith, the Senator of Mississippi, I'm so glad we could have you here today.
Well, you have to clarify. I'm Cindy Hyde-Smith at a MAGA pageant.
That's true.
So she has more makeup on than usual.
She does.
She's wearing some eyeshadow.
And she has to prove how much she loves Donald Trump.
Yes.
And the best way to do that is to have his giant
Face
orange
on
face.
your pussy.
There you go. That puts a whole new meaning to grabbing her right by the pussy.
Yeah.
So let's get right into the tea. Which is, my first question is, hey y'all, what's the tea right now?
I don't have anything.
Go vote!
Please go vote.
Yes, go vote. The tea with me right now is the company that I work for that will not be named. Recently we had one more person get the coronavirus, and I got an email that I was exposed, but went and got the test. I was negative. But like, y'all, on a real note, like, if I had recontracted the coronavirus, I would be like the 4th person in the United States. I would put that in my Tinder bio.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm just saying, like,
100%.
branding opportunity.
Exactly. Like, I was not number 1, but I was so close. I was so close. And, yeah, I was gonna say, I could literally be like, I conquered COVID 2 times.
Get verified, check mark.
Yeah. Exactly. That means my genes are really good if you want to reproduce, which I don't. So, sorry.
But he has all the cum you want. Like,
Exactly. All the
Bring
cum.
a bucket.
All the white pee.
Ugh. Hate me with your white pee, bitch.
So, just like last time, there really wasn't any tea, but that's fine, because, I mean,
Nobody's doing anything.
It'd be like,
Right.
I was gonna say, like, literally, like, this is it. This
Yeah.
is kind of it for me. So,
This is what you got.
we're not gonna manufacture drama just for views and clicks, okay?
We're the only ones that don't do that.
We're the only.
Absolutely.
So, do y'all have any good scary stories? It is the Halloween season. It can be a scary story that happened to you. It can be a good old scary story that you just is your bread and butter for scary stories. But I welcome y'all to tell me some scary stories. We have this wine to chill us out if we get too scared. So, and these Oreos.
I don't have it's not a super scary story, but you were actually here, for one, you were with me, we were on the, Southern Miss campus, and there's that big building
Yes.
with the dome on the top,
Yes.
and, I started, like, getting, like, cold chills on my chest, and, like, it started itching and, like, kind of burning, and, like, I went home and, like, checked my, like, chest, and there was, like, scratches, like, all down my chest.
Yes. Also, not to hijack that story, but to add further context to make it even scarier, because, Zane, I don't think you remember, but it was the dead of winter, it was December, and the lights, all of the power on the campus had mysteriously gone out. So everyone was curious, like we are in Mississippi, you know? It's like, power's out, let's go investigate!
Yeah,
so
let's go look.
we literally just walked around the campus, and, like, the thing is, you don't realize how much floodlights really contribute to, like, your ability to enjoy campus without being scared the fuck to death. But literally, like, it was, like, just uneasy. It was just very eerie, the whole experience.
It never looked so empty.
It did.
Like, you can walk around campus and it's not, and nobody's there, but it still doesn't feel like
and there was
empty.
And there was a new moon, so, like, there was no moonlight or
Yeah.
nothing. It was straight, just blackness. It
It's
was
black.
It was very weird, and the wind was cold, and it was just like, I was just ready to get home as soon as that happened.
And to clarify, these scratches were not just like, oh, like, my shirt was rubbing my chest weird in the cold. No, these were, like, clear, defined, like,
They were.
slashes.
They were.
It was terrifying. I peed a little bit.
Wow.
Senator Smith?
Yes. I've been doing, like, tarot my whole life,
Uh-huh.
but I also have seizures that are, like, as of now, are, like, kind of unexplained, and we don't really know what they are. But every time I would read for somebody, I would usually have one and not remember what I said.
Mhm.
And so there was this one time that this woman came in, and she was, like, really upset, and I was like, I don't remember any of it, but she said that I explained to her a court case that she was going through with her aunt, and told her how to win it, and then she won it, and then she gave me $1,000. Also, I read for my grandma twice, and the first time, my brother died, and the second time, my grandpa died.
All right, y'all. Well, fuck.
I don't know if I would have kept reading.
Drink to that.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have kept going.
I don't remember what I don't.
Let's all drink to that. But I guess if you ever need sound legal advice, just
I guess.
catch
me on a bad day.
I was gonna say catch him on a bad day. My scary story is a lot more tame, I guess. Well, I don't know. When I was 5 years old, we moved out of the house that I was growing up in South Jackson, and moved in with my grandpa for a couple of months while our house was being built in Florence. My grandpa lived in Clinton, which, honestly, audience, I'm so sorry that I'm naming names like y'all will know where these places are, but Clinton is basically southwest of Jackson, Mississippi, and it's kind of, I don't know, like, it's just really hilly. You know, Jackson's built on an inactive volcano and all that, so that's really, there's, like, some swampland, Spanish moss, all that out in the Clinton area. And yeah, so I always, and I still ask my dad to this day, like, so did anyone die out there? You know, like, did someone die during the construction? How old was that house? The house was built in 1985. So, there weren't no, like, old spirits or whatever, as part of the construction anyway. But when I was 5, I came home from daycare one day, and I remember going to the foot of the stairs to drop off my little backpack, and I looked upstairs, and this cloaked figure just dashed across the top of the stairs and went into my bedroom. And, I mean, it was just so surreal. It was like, I can still see it. It's weird how, like, their cloak moved, because it looked like they were running, almost. But there were no hands or anything. It was just, like, billowing, kind of like that.
You run like
yes,
this?
I run like this, because I'm a homosexual. Yeah. And the thing was, that was not the only time I saw it at that house. So there was another time when my family was cleaning up upstairs, just doing some tidying, and basically I walked out of their room while they were still in their bedroom, and I walked out of their room, and our little bedroom that me and my brother shared was right across the hallway, and I walked out, and it was standing in the doorway outside my bedroom, and I was like, what? And I, like, walked, and it just turned and ran, and there was a little attic door, like, kind of like that over there. Like, there was, like, a little attic door that was open.
Like a little one?
Yeah,
Oh,
and
that's
it, like,
weird.
and it just kind of, like in there, and the door shut behind it. And my parents were like, what are you running? And I was like, no. And then the final time, I know this is getting very long-winded, I'm sure y'all are not scared, but I was going down the long hallway to my grandpa's bedroom, and there was a little sitting room on one side, and then the laundry room / spice rack on the right. And of course, just like in good classic horror movie fashion, the laundry room was just one that was one of those that has like the pull light bulb, just one light bulb.
Yeah.
And it was blinking a little bit, of course. So I'm walking by, and I don't see anything. And I just keep on walking. But then I hear something fall in the laundry room, and I'm like, what? And I turn around. Who's in the laundry room under that blinking light but that hooded figure again? And then it starts
Yeah.
The JSU Sonic Boom of the South Band comes out. But no, it disappeared promptly. And that was the last time I ever saw it. But every time I was like, you know, what happened? And like, what is that? Everyone was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
You have such an overactive imagination. So
That demon was playing with your dinosaur toys. Like,
I was gonna
What?
say, like, stay away from my collectible Ian Malcolm with Parasail, okay? So yeah, that was my scary story. Those were all 3 thoroughly scary, especially both of the ones that I lived through, but that, I
Right.
mean, God, I don't know what I'd do. I'd be like, do I call an ambulance? Do I call a priest? Like...
Oh, no, it wasn't that kind of seizure. Like, it was like I was still responding and everything. I just don't know what happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I'm not like on the floor, like,
Oh, it's not a
dancing or anything.
convulsion
Yeah, no.
thing.
It's not a death drop situation. It's more of like a, I don't remember.
That's so strange, because I guess every time I think of seizures,
You think of like
I
the
think of the
grand
convulsions.
ball.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we're glad that it's not all that traumatic, but it would make for an interesting lip sync. Especially if you
I
plan.
feel like it has happened.
If you pre-planned it, you know, if you pre-planned some convulsions, you could
Yeah.
probably get like a good song that had like a nice little breakdown or something
it's
like
a man in
that.
my head that zaps me in a certain way.
Yes, yes.
Autopilot all the way.
Here's one. And Zane, you and I had kind of previously discussed this, so I had to inject it into the episode.
Okay.
What's y'all's favorite cryptid?
Mine is the Fresno Nightcrawlers.
Yes.
It's literally just, if you don't know them, Google them. They're so fucking cute. It's literally just linen pants that walk aimlessly for no reason.
They're disturbing.
It's super creepy.
Yeah. They're so cute.
They're like, it's like in context. I'm sure, like if I was in that moment seeing that, I would probably be pissing myself.
In the light of the moon on a dark night, silently seeing just these
Animated
disembodied, like
linen gaucho pants
Yeah.
that are just like.
I just don't know what I would do, especially like if they were like as tall like as the ceiling. I would be like,
Right, and what I love about them so much is like every other cryptid has like a gimmick, you know? It's like is it like the Flatwood Creek Monster? Is that what we
I think so.
finally decided it was
Yes,
called?
yes.
You know, that's got like that. It goes after children. It does this.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, the Chupacabra like kills your goats.
Right.
La Llorona wants to drown your kids.
Right.
You know, all the cryptids have their gimmick. There's no explanation
No.
as to why the Fresno Nightcrawlers are there,
Right.
what they're doing, what they are.
Well,
They're just
walking.
aimlessly walking.
I think that adds to the scare factor. But
Yeah, it's like especially creepy because it's like it's like why? There's no like reason. Why are you doing this? But I just think they're adorable.
Mine's gonna be the Honey Island Swamp Monster
Hmm.
from Louisiana.
Okay.
It's like supposed to be like made out of mud.
How about
like
that?
Swamp thing.
I was gonna say, and Honey Island actually is like 45 minutes
Yeah.
away from here.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know anybody who's ever seen it, but there was a big like hour-long documentary. If you want to watch something really boring, it's just people running around in the woods like looking for this creature, and I think they heard it one time. But like,
Oh, wow.
yeah, there's no.
We
like-
love an implication.
Yeah, there's nothing like real. But I love the fact that he might be real.
there we go.
I thought the Honey Island Swamp Monster was like a werewolf thing, or is that something else?
No, it's the same thing. They just have different stories.
I was gonna say, isn't that the Rougarou?
Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Isn't that a thing too?
That's a Louisiana legend, y'all.
Oh,
It's
Rougarou.
specifically the Rougarou. Apparently, I remember getting terrified at Boy Scout camp whenever one of our Louisiana Scout people was talking about it. I was like, no, ma'am.
I only heard of it from our New Orleans friend.
Oh.
That told us that was that's what like Louisiana people blame everything on. Like
that Rougarou.
yeah, like the power went out.
Rougarou. My favorite, I know this is so generic, but you know what, honestly, I've done some thinking about it
I
because
know
Zane,
exactly who it is.
you actually don't.
Really?
I changed my mind. I've done some thinking about it. I'm in
Okay.
a different state of mind now. My favorite is probably the Mothman.
Okay.
Because here's the thing. The Mothman terrifies me to no end. Would keep me up at night if
Didn't
I
they see
weren't
him
so
like the other day
tired.
though, somewhere?
Did they see him the other day?
Yeah, I saw it. It came up in my like suggested.
Shit's about to go down. Look, y'all.
Yeah.
Look. And that's the other thing is like the Mothman always shows up when something catastrophic is about to happen somewhere.
Yeah. None of y'all comment on my hair. I have a Mothman pin on my hat.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Little-
But also the Mothman himself, I mean, he's completely terrifying, but like the lore of the Mothman is just so sumptuously good and detailed and terrifying. It's
One
just
of the biggest following of like any cryptid ever.
Yes, and also the FBI, you know, supposedly, you know, has men in black that like go around like, you know,
Yeah,
watching, doing the thing with the Mothman. I don't know. So
The thing?
Having sex
doing
with them off.
the thing,
Before marriage?
the thing before moth marriage.
I want to get moth married.
So it's time to ask a question from each HalloQueen episode. So of course, if you were in that
Is this like
episode,
trivia?
yeah. If you were in this episode, you don't have to answer because you've already answered this question. So we'll start with the very first. So what is your favorite scary movie? Go.
You'll look to me when I have a mouthful. Probably, The Final. It's kind of like a slasher movie. It's about a bunch of nerds who like invite all the popular kids to a party and they drug them and like chain them to the floor. And they like spend the entire Halloween night like torturing these like jocks and cheerleaders and stuff.
Wow.
It's like a real nerd revenge movie, and I'm the biggest wuss. I hate scary movies. I don't like.
Zane hates scary movies. Like, I'm not
Oh,
even
man.
kidding.
Like I am not a scary movie fan, but there's something about like this is gonna sound so gross, but like them like crunching people's bones that I'm just like, yes,
Oh, yeah.
get that bitch.
Oh my god.
They pour acid on a girl's face, and I'm just like, she deserves it.
Oh my
She's
god.
a 16-year-old girl, and she deserves it, the bitch.
Of course.
What about you?
Night of the Demons. Night of the Demons is mine. It's an 80s, like, it was like 86. I only know about this because I got invited to like we got like you know how like Rocky Horror like reenacts the movie.
Yes.
They were doing this with Night of the Demons, and I got to be Angela, and Angela turns into a demon in this like sexy dance,
Wait a minute.
and then kills everybody.
Yes. Okay. I've seen. I think. There's this YouTuber I follow who
Yes!
reviews B movies like that, and I think
It
I
is a B
remember.
movie, yeah.
Yeah, because there are tits in it, right?
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of
okay.
tits, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. So I remember them talking about that. Wow. That's
Yeah.
just. Yeah. Mine is still Hereditary and or Carrie. So
Carrie is a good one.
Carrie is.
I was gonna say Carrie.
I was gonna say as gay men and gay people,
Betty
we
Buckley's in
understand.
it. Grisabella plays the mom. Did
Is
you know
that? Did she
Yeah.
play Grisabella? Oh.
She was the original Grisabella, yeah.
Okay, well, she's just a perfect. I mean, she was just fantastic.
She was.
all
She's
around.
amazing, yeah.
So this will be a question only you answer.
Oh.
So, what Hogwarts house are you in? Which class would be your favorite? And which aspect / career of wizardry would you excel in?
I'm gonna go with. Oh, I know I'm Slytherin.
Okay.
Every test I've ever taken was Slytherin.
Mm.
And the class I would have to go with. What is Trelawney's class?
Divination.
Divination. Yeah. That would be my favorite. And my specialty, I guess, my job. It would probably have something to do with robes. Like making robes.
Yeah, actually,
You know what I
though.
mean? Like,
Well, you know what? They never, only in like the first Harry Potter book, did they ever even go a little bit into detail about
Yeah.
like the robes seamstress.
yeah.
And then like after that, they were just kind of like, okay, whatever, robes are just a thing.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just there. And then the dress robes come, and then like you don't know how they got them or what the like.
right. But then also like Gilderoy Lockhart was always dressing to what was
Right.
considered to be like the nines for wizards, and like, I don't know,
I love
like,
that character though.
true.
I kept thinking he was gonna come back and do something, but it never happened.
No, it never did. I was gonna say, you know, Professor Trelawney, she reminds me, I feel like she's that teacher that's like gonna tell all the students her personal business.
Yes.
Like, girl, I was just, you know, he fucked me and then he just left the next morning, didn't even like leave like his number or anything.
But I know what happened because
Exactly. And then like,
Yeah.
and then she'd be like, you can have a cigarette, just don't tell anybody. And she'd
Yeah.
like, you'd like meet
Sure.
her out back by the lake and just smoke a cigarette with
but
her.
she's not smoking cigarettes.
Right, exactly. Look at that hair. She don't smoke
She's from the
cigarettes.
60s straight up.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Also, Emma Thompson is just
Right,
a great actress,
right.
So like, Zane, this is a question only for you. So, if you had unlimited monies at your disposal, what would your ultimate Halloween drag number be?
Oh, I don't know. I was never really good at planning stuff out like that. I would probably, I don't know about the music. I can only picture like one moment of just pulling from Vanilla Galoris, ripping the person in half with
Yes,
the glitter, of
yes.
doing like a carry with,
Yes,
with red glitter.
yes.
I don't know what music. Feel free to add music.
Oh wait, Heads Will Roll. By
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
There you go.
I could do that and just have the red glitter fall. I don't even have to be in drag. Like I'll do that dressed how I am now.
Drag can be. Hey, look,
You're
we're
right.
all born naked, and the rest is just
Right.
drag. So,
I feel like
For acting.
regardless, it would be fantastic.
pause for Olive.
The only part of that I haven't touched.
Oh, these are. These olives have a different consistency.
Oh, we were talking about that. They look kind of different.
But they taste good.
They be hitting different.
So this one is from last week's episode, but last week's episode, if y'all haven't listened to it yet, was very focused on Satanism specifically. So,
Okay.
you know, I know both of you are not Satanists, or at least you don't claim
I
to be
don't know,
Satanists.
that episode had me questioning though. I was like, literally everyone's a Satanist.
I haven't
but
heard to hear it
whatever.
Exactly. You haven't heard it yet?
I haven't heard it yet.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm sorry, Dylan.
I'm sorry,
We
Dylan.
love you, Dylan.
So this is just random. So y'all answer however you want. How and when did the Dark Lord come into your life?
say that on YouTube? No, I genuinely don't have an answer because there is no Lord in my life, dark or otherwise.
Same.
I mean, I don't know. I think we all, okay, this time to get philosophical.
Yes.
I think we all have a dark side that sometimes we choose not to acknowledge. And then, is that the rain?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. By the way, there is a hurricane blowing through right now, everybody, just so y'all know.
And we're here.
And we're here out in the
fine.
woods.
My hair will save us all.
We can float on Cindy Heitzman hair.
Yes. Alice in Wonderland style.
Oh my god. But I was just gonna say, we all have a dark side, and I think sometimes it takes us a while to tap into that dark side a little bit. So, I don't know exactly when I started tapping into my dark side, but I don't know. You're a better person when you can acknowledge either your own faults or the parts of yourself that you don't like, or the parts of yourself that, I don't know, sometimes you feel like you need to keep hidden, even though, like, in reality.
Since we're being philosophical, I was just gonna say, I don't really think there is good or evil. I just think that everything is so situational that, yeah, like butterfly effect and stuff like that, like if you make a decision it's gonna come back or hurt someone else, but nobody can know what factors went into your decision except for you. And what's right for you is the right thing to do.
Okay, I can respect that. I also like the way my guest on Out in the Woods After Dark, Ryan, put it when he said that you know, he doesn't like using the labels as a psychiatrist, you know, he doesn't, or a psychologist, he doesn't like using the labels good and evil. He likes adaptive and maladaptive behavior, you know. And sometimes, you know, just like beauty is in the eye of the beholder, sometimes evil can be in the eye of the beholder. I believe that I'm a person that believes morality is subjective.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like people see their lives as some kind of like sitcom where like all the people that come into it have like one purpose, and that's just to like either offer humor or like do this one thing with them to move their plot along.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
No, but the
And
thing
that's not
is,
how life is at
I was
all.
gonna say, you know what? I've come to learn
Even
that,
history is kind of framed like that.
I was gonna say, sometimes I've learned, like, you learn how to move and move in between your story and someone else's story.
Yeah.
This sounds so fucking pretentious, y'all, but bear with us.
Oh, sorry.
But, like, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, I'm the main character most of the time, but sometimes I know when I can be somebody's side character.
Right. Because you have to be.
Mm-hmm. Especially when they're DL on Grindr.
Right.
So.
Also, though, like, if you know who they are, you have all the power in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
People always think that bottoms don't have the power, but I feel like it's the other way.
Bottoms rule the world, really and truly.
I mean, as a total top, I can say that. Like, I feel like if somebody told me and I really wanted it that bad, I would do whatever.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Because, like, we think on, like, 2 planes and they may think on more planes.
As true verse, how do you weigh in on that?
I don't know, like, I definitely get what you're saying about, like, that, you know, if I want it bad enough, I'll do what anybody asks, you know? But I really don't
I've
want
lost a lot of money that way.
I recently had some straight girls ask me if I subscribe to an OnlyFans, and yes, I do subscribe. I subscribe to 2 OnlyFans because you know what? There are some things that you just can't get around here. You know, like
I don't, because I've been told, I know a lot of Drag Race girls, and I know that none of them are doing anything you want to see on there.
Okay, but here's the thing. You can go to someone's
Only because
porn...
they've told me. I've never subscribed.
I was gonna say, you can go to someone's porn Twitter and enjoy what little content they do let you see.
Right.
But if there's a paywall, then like sometimes you're like, you know what? Honestly, I'm looking at this, and I think that's stuff. I want more. I'll pay for $5.99 a month for some good videos you can get off to. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this has actually been like a huge conversation with like me and my like circle of people recently. But with like OnlyFans, because like I subscribe to a lot of people's OnlyFans that I know.
Yeah, like,
but
they're not celebrities.
Right.
Like you can see their dick and nobody's gonna get arrested or like whatever.
Right. And so, but like, a friend of mine that I play Pokemon Go with, I subscribe to his OnlyFans with his boyfriend, and it's literally that there's just something like really awesome about like, this is like a genuine couple, and like it's like being like a fly on the wall in their relationship, sort of like their sex life sort of thing. In a way that's not like creepy because they're like inviting you to do so.
Right.
Well, it almost feels more real though, because like you have things like those TLC shows like John and Kate plus 8, or those shows that's like, oh yeah, we're the craziest white Southern family you'll ever meet. But the thing is, like, people are like, they have such a great relationship, but it's like, you don't see what's going on behind closed doors.
And on OnlyFans, you do.
You literally do.
That's all you see.
Exactly. So like,
what's going on behind closed doors and in a Denny's parking lot and on the walking trail.
Exactly. And in the Denny's bathroom.
Yeah.
Yes.
I
So
used to be a big fan of bathrooms.
you see,
Not so much anymore.
I think that I could only do I feel like I could only get it done in a bathroom if I was like really intoxicated, because
And
if
if
not,
not a Cheesecake Factory.
right.
Or an Applebee's.
Those
Oh,
handicap
come on.
stalls have to be extra large. We have to do it in Mississippi where they're accounting for handicap and obese. So,
Yeah.
But no, like, I couldn't stop thinking about how dirty it was, how dirty the bathroom was.
It's the smell. It's the smell for me. I'm
Yeah.
very smell oriented, and it's the
yes,
shit smell.
same.
It's
Or even like a strong piss smell. Like some people are into piss, and I can see water sports being a thing, but like I can't see piss smell. Like the smell of piss is like where I'm like.
I don't think I smell pee. Is that a thing?
This just in: drag queen does not smell
I mean, I
pee.
drink a lot of water, but I've never been able to smell my own pee.
I don't see color. I don't smell pee.
Biden Harris 2020.
A platform built on piss.
Oh my god, I think
R. Kelly would be so proud.
I was gonna say R. Kelly would love. Anyway, but yeah, no, I couldn't. I once again, if I was intoxicated, I would be like, this is so dirty. Like I would revel in it. But as a sober Jacob, I'm like, no, much too dirty, much too dirty.
Does that mean that you really do like it? Oh, that was my fault. I'm sorry.
I was like, spirit.
I was about to be like later queers.
Does that mean that you're really into it and you just have some kind of hang up about it?
You know,
What kind of emotional blocks do you have,
Let's go through
Jacob?
that.
Well, you know, one time
Did you
I
have
tripped
this
in a
on-
public toilet.
Yeah!
Just
Did
as
you
an
have a bad-
employee was walking
You went
in.
swimming?
No.
Do you have a bad porta potty story? I feel
Oh my
like
God.
everybody's got a bad porta potty
Actually,
story.
no, because for the longest time, y'all, and this is really TMI, y'all, but this is the sweet tea episode, so sometimes that
That's what the
tea
tea's
has to be
for.
too hot. So I used to have shy bowels until I was probably about 15 or 16.
I still have them.
I was gonna say me at 23.
I was gonna say, that's the thing.
I've
now,
never dated anybody who's seen me poop, ever.
Well, I still don't want anyone to see me poop, but there was a time when I couldn't even like fart in a public bathroom because I was like,
I only
don't want
pee in
anybody.
public bathrooms. I do not do.
Same.
First of all, I'm a germaphobe, so I don't want to
Yeah.
do that. But I'll fucking one, but I won't pee. I
But
won't poop in it.
you see, that's the that's the difference.
Things can go in, nothing is coming out.
That's the thing. Like, I literally like, I got to the point where it's like, you know what? If you gotta go, but also if you hold it in too long, you know, first of all, you start absorbing the toxicity of your waste,
Yeah.
and
I'm so sorry.
your sphincter muscles get weaker because you're holding it for so long. You'd think that it would make them stronger, but actually, you're just prolonging the inevitable. So when you become an old queen, things will just start falling out. You can't hold them back as easily as you used to. So
True. I've even like people that I've dated like long term. I've been like, are you sure? Like, are you sure you want to do it this much? Because I've always been like, what if we're like old, and then you just poop everywhere all the time? Is that a fear anybody else has? Have you ever had that?
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, that is very much like a loose hole fear.
Yeah, like
Because it's like you have because it happens to women.
Yes.
POP.
yeah.
Where your pussy can just fall out.
Oh, the prolapse?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pelvic ovule protrusion or something like that. Where it will literally just.
Which, by the way,
I've seen it happen before.
sorry monetization, but you know, recently there was a Twitter post that I saw on I have 3 Twitters. Guess which one I'm on. I saw it was thanks for 1,000 followers, but it was 10 prolapse 0, and I was like, you know,
I saw that post and I know who retweeted it, and I was like, really, dude?
right, like, come on. And the thing is, like, once again, like, also, y'all need to go listen to the Queries and Theories podcast because it's great. My former guest, Dylan, they curate that podcast and it's really fantastic stuff. But they have a way of saying it. Oh, I can't. What is it? I don't want to ew their or something like that. Because like the thing is like I don't want to harsh someone's prolapse mellow.
Yeah.
But I know it's not for me, and it's just something that is alarming at first. You know, it's you know.
I'll always defend somebody's right to do it, but I'm still gonna make fun of you for it.
Oh.
Sagittarius, shots fired. But yeah, so you know, once again,
Have
personally,
you ever stayed at the hospital for like 3 days with a dude? It is not a good situation.
I was gonna say, but you know, people take extra good care of those kinds of things. I've seen videos of them being like
police?
lotion, you know, like you gotta keep it lotion for the rosebud, like. Honey, no, please. That has to hurt, y'all. It has to hurt, doesn't it?
Oh,
Doesn't it?
God.
Like whenever it's kind of like whenever like you have
That's
an
where,
open
all
cut
your
and it
nerve
touches
endings
the
are.
air. Yeah, I was gonna say like whenever like the air touches it, don't you think it stings a little or burns?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, I mean, it's like I'm sure everyone here has had at least something in their butt.
Well,
that hurts. So
yes,
it's like
yes.
I can imagine, but it's probably like almost kind of like an immunity thing. Kind of like they say with drugs, like you
True.
start to
right.
stop
True.
feeling it,
That, yeah.
Right.
and then you gotta go further and further. But I mean, like, I don't know.
So what we're saying is prolapse is the gateway drug.
Yeah, rosebudding is the gateway drug.
It starts with a pinky and
Gateway.
ends with a whole forearm. So y'all
God.
watch out.
Fun story. My first drag show, there was a guy getting fisted on the pool table behind me.
No.
Yeah. I was 15 years old, dressed like Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis. And like the pink outfit where, like it was Halloween.
Yeah.
And the pink outfit with the blood all over it.
Yeah.
Like, I had that. And there was a guy getting fisted behind me. I didn't know. the whole
You
thing.
see, this is the kind of surreal, dreamlike art nightmare that happens at all gay clubs on Halloween.
Well, that's just New Orleans.
Oh,
We can't do that anymore. They've cracked down on it.
Well, actually, by the way, I'm planning on being at 3911 Halloween night.
Yeah.
Yes, I do work that night, but I will bring a change of clothes in my car. And
Don't change your clothes and come and get peed on.
I don't. Please no, not my work clothes.
Yeah, especially your work
Oh
clothes.
my god.
Always pee on mine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I pee on my own work clothes.
It's just a dog thing, like.
You know, yeah, exactly. Before we go on break, I just want to say I heard an analogy recently that was more. I think it was more tied up than a 5-dick dog in a fire hydrant factory. So.
Wow.
Yeah, very specific, very specific. So let's go on a quick break, but when we come back, we'll get more of that good spooky tea.